Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. Excellent!
What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or...
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company but three's a crowd as the inseparable duo tour around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces.
What the... It just gets...
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of one speech? Correct! It's a poetry gala, and Mondstadt and Liyue are hosting. Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director who...
Oh, something about writing...
That's right! At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional and now, I finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace, and in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully...
Bit of a weird...
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so...
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved. Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet?
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the...
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or 2. You guessed it.
Huh?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you. I'm not going.
Xiao, you're here too!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it... And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountain, but at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
I'll consider it.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around?
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later.
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then! Wow, it's so lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces! Let's go say hi!
Well,
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she...
Oh? Well, since you are so well...
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my...
Huh? What investigate...
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing.
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry galas?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds...
Representative? We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order but... I didn't really do anything useful so far.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on.
What? No.
Why does it feel like these two...
Anyway, Master Jean did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here. But I haven't written much poetry before.
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone.
Really? In that...
Perhaps the challenge of writing poetry is a
Paimon... But anyway, no backing out now. See...
Sure. Maybe you can...
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help, too.
Diona! Traveler in Paimon? Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Of course I hate it. But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know. Huh? All I need to do is add some grousing. Paimon thinks you'll end up... Just you wait! I ain't about to mess this up. Are you gonna write some poetry with that? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards. You should join in. It'll be fun. Fine.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Finches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Lua and Mondstadt.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest, so please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words, just right from the heart in whatever form you like.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of 3. Let's get right to it. The solving riddles, huh?
Whew. I'm glad they're not...
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing.
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gal.
Oh, let's see what. A tender sigh for home. How far the flowers roam. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks like
It's nothing really.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the...
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
something that flies high and far.
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, for guessing, let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes. I want to see if there's any...
This one says... I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned. Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the...
Huh?
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Xingqiu's riddle!
This festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd...
Hey, not bad! So...
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like... If that's how you feel, why don't you...
Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right? Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing the fruit...
Ha! Prepare to... Even though Paimon said she... Let's start by reading, On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a but... is this talking about some kind of animal? It's a chair! Huh? Diona, how did you get... No, of course I didn't write it. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time. So they shouldn't use the... Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon... Maybe I should try to come up with... All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Nah, no need. I don't really care. Oh, okay then. Well, looks sure. Have fun.
Looks like everyone's about done mingling, and Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly,
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's
that's right. Now, if there are no
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points?
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
riddle number 1. Let me see here. I have four corners, like a
They drew
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else.
rat.
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare a And while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm
Eating pizza makes you happy, and... Okay, Paimon admits she made...
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got it? Huh? Oh, bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the end.
Huh? So the answer was books?
We're awesome at this! Oh, what Paimon meant to say...
on to riddle number...
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy, snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage.
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of...
Mika, please go ahead. As a full Knight of Favonius, you represent...
No, how could I?
My answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides...
No, I didn't.
How gracious and considerate our How about both of you say your answer at the same time?
Oops, I didn't realize...
Oh, crud. Hey, so, Noelle,
Yes, let's.
Cecilia!
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward...
I can't believe I was wrong.
Is the answer genshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of...
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingshin is the right answer.
No! Shinjo got it before...
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. So, I'd like to approve the answer.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three can...
Darn it! Shinjo's got up to Paimon already! Yeah, you're...
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting what's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there? So full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug glug glug, down it goes.
That's Paimon's! They picked Paimon's riddle! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too...
That's not quite it. More like... It's so...
What? No way! Well, go on.
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong!
Paimon, do you have wings behind...
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired.
Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a...
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of this...
Glug, glug, glug. Wait! Now Paimon's doubting herself. No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber! You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there?
Is that so? I still... In fact, if we just added 2 more...
Huh?
The Traveler's Companion and Talkative Guide. A praiseworthy...
Aww.
And with that,
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon did... Oh! Didn't Changyu mention he was a... Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon.
Oh, are you collecting...
I am indeed. Though,
Seriously?
a most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Party.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
are you sure?
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you.
Oh, yeah.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the...
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it...
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly...
Perhaps I should just explain. Basically, while I was training this morning, it was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it and tried to...
You're sure it's not a ghost?
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking...
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyway, besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find out the...
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle...
Why don't you take a guess?
Oh, that means you...
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit. How about this?
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we...
Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone...
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the one... like it's about time to head over to the venue again. I'm still curious what Changyun saw the other day. Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to.
heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrimp. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or the two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component. An
inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing, of course, to all our friends, old and new. Please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand,
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scene. Traveler, can you round up Xingqiu, Changyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my...
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Changyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much.
Now, how about we split into two groups?
You mean to cover more ground?
just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk,
That's true.
why don't we draw lots?
Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the lead?
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first!
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think that.
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then let's get...
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? Alright. Miss Diona, is there some...
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Captain? Hey, quit messing around.
Time to go.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of...
I wasn't taking a walk. I come...
Train? Like how...
It's a bit different. As an
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but...
Changyun is 1 in a million! He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets... Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an Adeptus of Lila. An Adeptus? Wow, I've never... hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave.
I'm really sorry.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered...
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to...
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exercising
Fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty Team Changyun as a new member!
What? When did this become my team?
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted— Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new— I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire.
Uh-huh. I'm not
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a
What the?
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Water jet!
Useless! Useless!
Swift and merciful!
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to,
What? No, never! I hate alcohol! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even— So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how—
is it really?
Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't—
But, how is that possible?
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you— Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Jueyun?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless...
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime
Surely there's no way this can possibly... Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh.
Changyun drank his too. Is he gonna be okay?
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form— And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby—
That's right. Oh, I failed again.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one... I'm sorry. I can't...
It's fine. My fault for— Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit is—
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Changyun are at— Xiao? What?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here. Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
There's a poem written on it.
The Paimon Sea! author is writing a...
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never...
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was... You think? Then, should we...
But we don't know who wrote it.
Why not go upstream?
upstream?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the...
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say...
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream!
How rude.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give it here, and Paimon will toss it into the water!
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard. I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the street.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's not. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the...
It's an inspiration walk. There's no...
Okay, Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe and see if I can't scavenge any firewood or food while I'm at it.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out in the wild.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Crumbs. Now I have to try and...
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home. So I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh! Over there! Firewood! Providing cover fire! Yeah!
Let me weave you a verse.
Final warning! Now's our chance!
Rain outlines your fate.
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can...
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival.
Thanks! I was on an expedition with a
Oh? You sound like a character from an
What? If I really run into a powerful enemy...
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword. As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no...
That all sounded pretty profound.
Hello? Are you okay?
Oh,
Time to act. No, my sword! Body and mind. Time to act.
Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat?
No need, thanks. Oh. Noelle, your cooking is amazing.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me.
By sneaking out, you mean running?
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like,
But if you get caught, won't you get
so just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting come up while you were out scouting?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's
Huh?
you're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out... Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road?
Oh? Sounds like she has both a her.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Finding...
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts.
You can write about anything. Looking at Core Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk.
So we have to connect our internal world.
Exactly. But that's just what. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. Why don't we go say hi?
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Kelly Rowe.
So, Miss Caliroe, are you from...
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at...
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative. Have you studied Liyue poetry before?
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting with people throughout my travels.
Amazing! So you're a natural poet.
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away.
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. I stopped for a moment.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue?
Huh? Are you sure?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling...
I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe's couplet. I'm sure I can learn something.
Well, if you're all in agreement, I've got no reason not to join.
Woohoo! The first team is back, right on schedule.
Huh? The others have yet to return?
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you...
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. One.
We made it! Paimon gets tight! Oh, not to mention dropping all the... Sounds like some... Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you...
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe.
Hi, everyone. Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in Wait. Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's...
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Hootal's always on the ball, anytime.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you...
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, he's held in very high regard in...
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial orb. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert and...
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me...
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you see...
Please rest assured that I shall...
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal...
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this a favor.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the 3. Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hootal.
Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from having the chance to...
Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to join in too and support your favorite...
What about me? Shall I keep track of the score?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think, Judge
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine a competition, since this is a congenial poetry gala. Should we not begin with inspiration and finish with friendly conversation?
That's a relief.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further...
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire... Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a Shinue kiosk booth, delighting in countless contemporary tastes.
What? He managed to think of one already? Oh,
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar?
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? Okay, I got some. Surrounded by history. Outside a Tianheng Pass Pavilion.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely...
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. Alright then. I guess I'll start. Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse. Spirit...
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of various locations for their...
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware.
Wow, how did Noelle...
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with...
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were at...
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy
Lotus Seed. What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for... No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. But when I heard Lotus Seed and Bird Egg Soup, it made me think of berry and mint...
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit.
Then allow me to try another. Qingshin has no heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingshin?
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream. Does that
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, what is the link between...
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right?
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far.
Oh? In that case, round moon in the heavens, full moon at night.
Oh, square meals in the basement.
Huh? What?
We have ourselves a pedant's... The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel, meaning the two halves do...
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without...
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grew.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lots. At pressure, the tender...
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. I thought of one. Wolfhooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute...
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now that's the passion we like to see.
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, this monstatter's got talents.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove.
Wow, Noelle came up with... Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it. Do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine. Nestling by a roaring fire. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to make...
Really?
It appears that my services as a judge are no longer needed.
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
I really enjoyed myself too. I know.
You were amazing today, Noelle. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy. The boy poured out his heart to her. And over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Ah, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man. But he never stopped believing that the fairy was real and not...
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So,
what do you guys think of this?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left.
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy?
Now? But isn't he an old...
Isn't it a bit late? Oh, sorry. Oh.
If Paimon was that boy... Actually,
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you only match every couplet yourself and not...
I never knew you had such a high opinion, but the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is freestyle poetry.
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this freestyle poetry exactly?
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There, give it a try. There's no better chance to...
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Our travels? Or maybe all the food that the travelers cooked for Paimon. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately...
Huh? Looks like we're a few people...
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and focus on
Noelle has other duties today, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I got here really early.
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua. She looked a little upset, so...
Upset? Oh no! What should we do? Was it something we said last night?
I agree. If she's...
Huh? You're all going?
Shall we start with the bridge? We're all here a little early,
Good idea. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Oh, so this is the place? We ran into her here yesterday. She looked like something was weighing on her mind.
It's also not far from where we were dropping the...
Huh.
Oh, right. We were so busy matching couplets we...
Interesting. I wonder...
What makes you...
Oh, sorry. It's just... That poem on the leaf?
now that you mention it, this is upstream from where we found...
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Another... Wow, you're right! And this... After that leaf!
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
heard the ballad of the treasure chest.
Why does it have to float so quick?
Brace yourself.
Can't you just fly over and grab it? But Paimon can...
It stopped.
No!
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed out?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what... Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. She must have picked up one of our leaves. Spring. It's looking a lot like Callie Roe was the one who wrote this. She seems to care a lot about that story. Actually, when Paimon first saw her, Paimon was wondering, do you think... Is it possible that...
Based on the current and accounting for... This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Callie Roe! Callie Roe! Ah! She's surrounded by healing churros! Let's go save her!
Shine down! Incinerate! Chia! Ha! Yikes! Motion to compel! There is no... Brace yourself! Boom!
Callie Roe, are you okay? It's a huge...
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Huh? Oh no!
That voice is definitely...
How did this happen? Oh no. Did I use...
How did you... What's going on?
No. I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long.
What's an Ocean?
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after the Archon died.
That's correct. Though, I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall clear. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of. Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale. Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that.
So you're the Spring Fairy of Springvale?
Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often.
Really?
Oh,
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one?
Yup! All those childhood memories. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves.
I see. So well, you are correct.
No wonder you were asking us. So,
Is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams, and still do to this day, whether they're beautiful, sad. One night, a little boy came to the spring. I like humans and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted yes, we often met. Sometimes we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the first bird. But one day, just like the book says, I felt out of my depth in uncharted waters. But I knew all too well that we lost, so I fled, and
oh, Kelly.
my strength returns very slowly. And even after decades, I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on and meet me when the stars. But after seeing so many people's stories, and this feeling of wanting to respond to his feelings is. But I'm also scared. Scared that if I go and.
Oh.
It really is
please go see him.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. When I was struggling to learn, he often tells me stories about his past. And even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, I believe that he's serious about his feelings. So if you want to see him too... Huh?
I understand. That settles it. I will go back and see Finch.
You will?
But I.
Sure. Just say the word. We'll help you
Would you come to Springvale with me? I cannot maintain this form for much longer.
Leave it to me. I'm really close.
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret.
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone.
Great. I can't.
What's wrong?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, a poem? Okay, good. And it will be called.
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just.
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Caliroe. I'll go fetch Grandpa Finch.
Take it slow, Diona. Finch, I can still.
Okay, stay strong. You can do it.
Is that Diona? You're back early today.
Today's your special day, Grandpa Finch. Can you come with me?
Oh? Well, where are we going?
Over there, to the walk.
Did you...
Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your father that I'd go to...
Grandpa Finch!
All right.
That's more like it. Now come on, I'll help you.
Draft's daughter is just like him when she's on a mission.
Over here! Over here! It's...
What's all this? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not mistaken. You...
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and... well...
Finch. I didn't think you'd still remember.
I remember. I remember all right. How could I ever forget? Although your appearance is different than I recall. But I'm one to talk. Of course,
Oh.
I thought you were only able to appear in the...
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so...
Oh, it can't have been that long.
Finch, would you like to...
A poem? You write poetry?
In that case, let me read... Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now, I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now, I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yes. This all those years.
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. You.
Thank you, Finch. Please, take this.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long but as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected, no matter the distance between us. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if you call me, I will meet.
It's so romantic.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? This is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever want to wake up again.
Huh? Don't say that.
I'm only joking. It seems that...
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly Rowan.
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me. I've never forgotten you either.
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever annoying?
Of course not. You are one of the That's why I gave you your gift. So that a part of me could...
Huh?
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious... And if so, is it also possible that my pure Yang's...
My physical form is... Finch.
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you, or deciding to talk to you that night. Not once. All these long years.
It probably goes without saying, but neither...
Although, it was different. This gift that represents my promise and my love.
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But Paimon didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Grandpa Finch?
Don't worry now. She hasn't gone far. Just like she said, she'll always be one with the spring.
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks like you're in much better spirits. The Poohtow's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthem. She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. By which I assume she meant she eager.
Where have you all been? I've been.
Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature.
How deaf Bard! Does this mean that right from the start you... Oh, right...
Huh? Did I? Very well. Diona, dear Diona, could I trouble you to...
You wish. All right. Well, normally I...
Huh? So, just what have you guys been up to all...
Really? Must be the breeze.
Yeah, that's right. We're just...
So even Mika's in on it? Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunt. I'm willing to bet that even your pure Yang spirit won't be able to scare off...
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. And I'm starting to think that maybe this pure Yang...
Huh? What? Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigan.